Going Legion, as really like always, we got some more Bo Burnham. I can't wait. I love checking out Bo. He's so good. Somebody in the comments was like, I thought they were like giving a eulogy or something. They're like, oh, he was one of the greatest comedians. He may have left comedy. And I'm like, is he dead? Did I just not hear about this? But he's doing movies now. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. There you go. It's fun rewatching and or checking out for the first time. I was never the kid that grew up on the internet. I grew up playing outside. And whenever I watch comedy and stuff like that, although I watched, even in my later 20s, I wasn't like super living on the internet. You know, I had a job, doing other things with friends. If I watched comedy, it was on Comedy Central or it was HBO or whatever. So there was a few times that I saw the Bo Burnham stuff that he did, and then there was some stuff that I just never saw. I was never the person that's like, as I am now, I always want to make sure I don't miss anything. I watch the VODs on Twitch or something if it's something I like. I'm looking up, DC animated movies. I'm looking up this or that TV shows. I try to stay in the loop of all things, even comedy. But when Bo was out there doing his thing, I didn't. That's not what I was about. If I saw it, I saw it. If I didn't, I didn't. And I've missed, I think, a good chunk of what he did, a good chunk of his career. I think I saw some of the best stuff. I actually don't even know if I've seen this one or not. It's just been that long. Also, I saw a few comments talking about or asking me, because I very was heavy-handed with my I don't like country, and I don't like country music. But the video that was recommended was the video that was cut off. I started, if you can see it right now, that this is just how the last one started, where I already had it up. It was already ready to go. If you look right there, it's at 000. You probably can't see in the last one, but I started it at the beginning. So whoever uploaded that video, they had a personal grudge against country of all things, and they chopped that part out. I, on the other hand, did not start the video after the fact. So just to clear up some of the things, and let's just get into it. Check it out. See what it's all about. I can't wait to see it. It's Bo, man. Let's go. Or Bill, whatever. People like to complain. Let's get into it.
There's things that I don't want to come across in my show that I worry often come across about me, because people don't realize that it's an act up here. I don't want you to ever think that I think I'm better than people or that I think I know better than people. Anyway, sorry. Okay. This is a song from the perspective of God.
Dude, he's just good. God, everything that I love him so much. Just sets it up perfectly. He has like an arrogance that you love.
Think I wrote her way too thick? Who needs 1,000 metaphors to figure out you shouldn't be a dick? And I don't watch you when you sleep. Surprisingly, I don't use my omnipotence to be a fucking creep. You're not going to heaven. Why the fuck would you think I'd ever kick it with you? None of you are going to heaven. There's a trillion aliens cooler than you.
Yeah, I can't. There you go.
You shouldn't abstain from rape just because you think that I want you to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't rape because rape is a fucked up thing to do. Pretty obvious, just don't fucking rape people.
Yeah.
Didn't think I had to write that one down for you.
I already have a million things to say. God.
I don't think masturbation is obscene. It's absolutely natural and the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. You make my job a living hell. I send gays to fix overpopulation.
Yep.
Boy, did that go well. You're not going to heaven. Eat 1,000 crackers, sing 1,000,000 hymns. None of you are going to heaven. You're not my children, you're a bad game of Sims.
Yes.
You shouldn't abstain from pork just 'cause you think that I want you to. You can eat pork, 'cause why the fuck would I give a shit?
That's
I
good.
created the universe. Think I'm drawing the line at the fucking deli aisle?
The way he looks. That was funny.
You argue and you bicker and you fight. Atheists and Catholics, Jews and Hindus argue day and night over what they think is true. But no one entertains the thought that maybe God does not believe in you. You pray so badly for heaven, knowing any day might be the day that you die. But maybe life on earth could be heaven. Doesn't just the thought of it make it worth a try?
That's a meaning over here.
My love's the type of thing that you have to earn, and when you earn it, you won't need it. Oh, my love's the type of thing that you have to earn, and when you earn it, you won't need it. I'm not gonna give you love just 'cause I know that you want me to. If you want love, then the love has gotta come from you.
I want to hear the cheers, man. Don't cut this off. Why do you cut it? This is the best point or part is when we get to hear the. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments if you watch comedy, like a lot. Like I've watched a lot of comedy. Not recently, in the recent years, actually. I've very much just not been into it. I've watched a lot of stuff, some time ago, and I don't know if it was some of the favorites that I like Lewis Black or Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham's a very everybody kind of comedian. Lewis Black is not. And they had some comedy sketches or some comedy stand-up routines that came out after, say, like Lewis Black. Black on Broadway, Red, White, and Screwed. Hilarious. I cried laughing. They were that good. But after that, I think it was In God We Trust or something like that. Or something like that. I didn't find it that funny. And Jeff Dunham, he had another thing. And after Spark of Insanity, his next thing wasn't as good. And so, like, a lot of my favorites were coming out with acts that weren't as good as the stuff that I found them on. And so that's kind of disheartening sometimes. That's why I'm glad that I got into some reactions involving comedy so that I could check out some stuff that either reminded me of some of the old stuff that I haven't seen, some new stoof stuff. Like, I like Patrice O'Neal, but I haven't watched a lot of his comedy. First time I ever saw him was on the roast of Charlie Sheen, and he was awesome. He was badass. I will be doing the Nasty Show Part 1, Patrice O'Neal, coming up. So if you want to check out that, and I believe I'm doing... Is that the only comedy thing I'm doing? I think that is, besides this one. Yeah, I'll be checking out some Patrice as well. Oh, and some George Carlin. I've seen George before. I've watched some other reactors, but I haven't seen him. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but I've seen some of the reactions going around, and they're really fun. So if you want to check out George Carlin, check out some of the other reactors doing it. There's a lot of reactors checking him out, and they're all really good. As far as this song goes, and like, oh my God, the perspective of God, it's like I had a lot to say at the beginning when he was talking about what he was talking about. I don't even remember it now because I was thinking about everything else that he was saying. But it's just like, I don't know, man. The discussion about religion just sometimes just baffles me. We can't let it go. We have to. This is what I believe. You should believe it. Shit like that just gets crazy. And I'm so glad there's comedians like Bo or I think Dane Cook. Dane Cook was more of the positive pro side of religion. He's a very religious guy, but I'm always glad when people take like religion or something bad or something like really good, whatever it is, and they just put a different spin on it. So if you ever seen like Dane Cook's Vicious Circle, when the atheist sneezed on him, he said, "God bless you." But the way he said it was, "Cover your fucking mouth." And that was a hilarious thing to watch for the first time. And I think Lewis Black as well is not a believer in God, and he's a Jew, and he makes a big point that he's Jewish and he doesn't believe in God or whatever, stuff like that. It's always fun to see that perspective on things. I think Louis C.K. didn't do a lot of religious stuff for the most part. I think he's done Holocaust, and he does a lot of jokes where he gets to say the N word without actually saying N word, and that's his shtick. Comedy's always fun to watch. I always love checking it out. If you have any suggestions, I guess I would say, it doesn't have to be the ones that are just popular on YouTube. You got anything you want me to check out? It doesn't have to be the Patrice, the Bills. Oh God, who else is out there right now? I've already checked out the Machine story. I've already watched that personally. If you guys want Tom Segoya or something like that, I've checked out 2 of his stories, I believe, Bike and the prison one, that's the Bike. It was that one, the Overdose, This Is Not Happening, Uncensored, and a strip club named Beef. Those are the 3 I've seen of Tom Segoya. If you want any of the other stuff, dude's hilarious. I'll do that. I think Tom had, I don't know who it was. It was somebody I think it was Lewis Black with the airplane crashing, or that was Louis C.K. Louis C.K. If you guys, I've not reacted to any Louis C.K. on the channel. I've seen his stuff, but it's been a long time. If you want me to check out any of that, you can. But if you guys have anything you're personally a fan of, let me know, and I'll check any comedy out. It doesn't matter. I did Theo Von the one time. It was the one time because I didn't really find him that funny. Like he had some moments, but he got on like hate, man. He started hating like Denny's. I'm like, it's a fucking Denny's. Like diner food's garbage, period. But he was like getting into like I felt it. I felt like deep down he had an anger, and sometimes that's like getting to Kramer territory. Kramer going, he's an N-word, and he actually was saying it at the Chuckle Factory or whatever it was, and he called that guy the N-word, and it was not funny when he said it. So I didn't really think Theo was that great. If you have any Theo Vons that you think are really funny that I should check out, link them as well. I kind of blabbed on a lot. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. You know what to do. If you stayed to the very end, you can always throw that high five in the comments down below. Let me know you stayed to the very end. I do appreciate it, though. It does help me out some way or another with your likes, subscribes, or shares if you feel like it. Once again, my name is Azrael. I'll see whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys. And what's coming up? You got Toy Story, Patrice O'Neal, an Alien 40th Anniversary Shorts. That's interesting. And Godzilla, King of the Monsters, All Hail the King. That's what's coming up in this week. Stick around if you want. Later.